This is the Speical Clown. My main goal here is trying to get 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year. If you guys can do that, that'd be awesome. Well, guys, it is time, and guess what? This is my 400th video. This is my 400th video. Fucking awesome, right? Ugh. Damn, it's been a long time. Well, not literally, but a lot of videos. So, anyways, let's get started and with Child's Play 2 review. But yeah, my 400th video. Wow, 400. What do you think about that, Chucky? My 400th video. Huh. What do you think about that, huh? He never talks to me. Like, ever since I first got him, he hasn't talked to me once. Oh well. Well, I got some notes down, so let's review Child's Play 2.
Hello, YouTube fans. This is the Speical Clown.
So, the movie actually begins off with Chucky's eye, obviously. The camera zooms into the eye, then obviously it shows credits, and then they take fucking Chucky's eyeball out. Child's Play 2. That's fucking awesome. And then they just cleaned him up because, you know, he's all fucked up and everything. The only part that remained was the head. So they kept the head, even though, yeah, the body was burnt to a crisp, they said. Okay, it was burnt, but to a crisp. I mean, yeah, I got shot with the limbs and all that, okay, but you kept the head. So they kept the head for some fucking reason. They could have just thrown it away. But, But, so they clean Chucky off, and then, one guy actually dies. What was it? Well, the first technician, he actually dies because it's like, it's funny because they're trying to put his eyeballs in, Chucky's eyeballs, and it's like, he gets electrocuted. He fucking gets electrocuted. That's how Chucky comes back. Kind of like a Frankenstein moment. You know, he's alive, you know, but that's weird how Chucky comes back in this one. Very weird how he comes. In all the other movies, he comes, like, weird, you know, well, he is type of a voodoo stuff, so, something like that, you know, but I guess it's true what they say, you know, the eyes are the soul for a person, so, that's how Chucky came back, I guess, but, that guy just flies over the fucking, what is it, window, and he crashes and burns. It's fucking awesome. He's blood over classic. And then, so the paramedics come, they try to help him. I mean, obviously, he's dead, so they get him, and then the guy that owns the business is like, I want this gone, I want this clean as possible, and the guy that works for him, what's his name? His name is, Matson. So, his name is Matson, and he's like, don't worry, we get rid of that. And he's like, I'm like, wait, you get rid of that? Does that usually happen when people die in your walk? You'd be like, yeah, I get rid of that. You know, happens every day, you know. We just had a kid last week died of a choking overdose. Don't worry, the parents they don't know yet. We'll be trying to cover it up. And guess what? We have Junior trying to be the kid. Going way too far with that joke. But this movie is just really fun, and it just keeps going. It just doesn't stop. It does not stop. And it's funny because the guy, Manson tells the guy, like, the guy that owns, obviously the toy store. He's, the toy store, the toy company. He's basically saying, what do you want me to do with the doll? He's like, stick it up your ass. And then Chucky's face, they show Chucky's face, and it's just like, it was just great. And then, they show Andy, and his counselor is basically telling him, you still dreaming about Chucky's? Like, sometimes, you know, are you going to talk about your nightmares? Because it helps it go away. And it's like, no, I'm not going to talk about it, but he eventually talks about it. And then after that, these two actors, actually really good actors, what is it? Joanne and Phil Simpson. Those are the characters' names, not their real life names. No, but these characters are actually fun. They want to adopt Andy, and they know his backstory and everything. And Phil was like, Like when the lady's talking to them, and Phil's just looking out the window, looking at Andy on the other side of the room. He's like, and then Joanne is like, "What's that supposed to mean?" It's just that moment makes me laugh so much. I don't know why it does. It just brings me to tears of enjoyment, laughter, just of that line, and it's not supposed to be hilarious at all. It's just like, what's that supposed to mean? It's like, I don't know. I just love that part. I'll always get a kick out of that. I don't know. I just do. But if anything else, what else happens here? So they take the kid, and then all of a sudden a truck almost hits them. It's like, hey Andy, you know, have you ever had seafood? You know what I mean about seafood? And I'm like, what are you talking about meaning seafood? You know what I mean about seafood? I was like, well, keep it, guy, keep it with food, not below the waist, to be honest, because he's young, doesn't know what's below the waist for a woman, because you actually mentioned seafood. Phil actually mentioned seafood when he actually told Andy, hey Andy, you know seafood? You know what I mean about seafood, right? It's like, they probably would not try to make that perverted, but it kind of comes to that, to be honest. Once you hear it, you'll be like, huh, am I the only one? It does sound that way. That's just my opinion. Everyone has different thoughts. Maybe you thought something different. Maybe, hey, you did thought about fucking seafood. There you go. But then Chucky, and then Madsen, what else happens? Actually, no, they go to the house, and, you know, they go to the house. Andy looks around the house and everything. They look at a statue and all that crap, and then Andy and Joanne go upstairs so Joanne can show Andy his room. So when she does that, it's all blue and everything. But before they go to Andy's room, they meet another character, Kyle, which actually she is really attractive, and she is a good character in this movie. I will talk about her more in this movie. It's just phenomenal what she does in this movie to me. And then when they go to the room, you know, Andy's looking at the toys. It's like, oh wow, and then he sees up something in the closet, pulls it down, and then a good guy doll comes out of the closet, literally. And it is a good guy doll, but his name is Tommy, not Chucky. But Andy got traumatized from it, and then Phil is basically like, yo, why are you running? Andy, are you listening to me? It's like, I feel like this guy's going to smack Andy. Like, hello? Like, even when he's arguing with them, trying to open the door, I'll get to that in a minute. But, fuck. What else happened in this movie, too? Everything's happening all at once sometimes. And then after that, I'm doing a video, guys. I can't do it later. Anyways, after that dispute, thank God I can edit that, but... Ahorita! Anyways, that would be in the deleted scenes, why not? But, if not, then forget it. But, after that, what else happens? Basically, Kaio's actually a really good character, she is, and obviously Joanne asked her to go to dinner, but that was before that, blah. So anyways, continue on, Chucky, the main star, literally, from the trailer. If you see the trailer to this movie, awesome. The trailer's fucking awesome. It's just, even the trailer is like, and when you watch the movie, it doesn't stop. And that's a good thing, too, for a sequel for it to do that, because you know who the character is. You have two characters, you just had to establish new characters, and you did a good job with that, so... And it's all around a good sequel, and then after that, Manson basically has Chucky, throws him in the back of the trunk, throws him in the back of the car, it's like, you're gonna die, and then he calls his wife, and it's like, you want me to get the vodka? Yeah, I know what that does to you. I get the vodka. And I'm just like, it's his anniversary. He goes to the store, tries to get the fucking, that just fascinates me, even though. He tries to get the vodka, can't get it, because, sorry, no credit cards, you need cash, bitch. So he goes back, the alarm shuts off, but before the alarm of the car shuts off, Chucky calls, what is it, and in the home for kids, I forgot what that is called. I'm sorry, I apologize. But basically, it's like, yes, I'm here for. I like to speak. I mean, I like to know what Andy Barkley is basically, and then she's like, Andy's not with us anymore. Who's this? And he's like, this is Uncle Charles. It's just like, damn, like, he could have done that. I mean, I'm not saying he could have done that. He just came up, and he hasn't killed the guy yet. So, but when he does, he suffocates him. He, like, freaking his, like, pull over. It's like, he comes with a fucking gun, points to him, and it's a little toy gun. And it's just a water gun. It's like, bam, you're dead. I love it. And then the guy starts laughing. He has his hands tied behind his back, and then Chucky fucking suffocates him. And then Chucky just laughs and laughs, and when he dies, and then he goes after Andy. He kills Tommy, he buries it. He buries Tommy, and then he stays in the house. Andy sees him, saying that I hate you. It's like, hi, I'm Tommy, you know? And then checks the batteries, Andy, and he's fine. Then, it's just and then the parents, step parents, if you want to say that, foster parents. So yeah, the foster home, there we go. And then, so, basically they all worried for Andy. They kind of worried, and, you know, Chucky's been throwing around this and that. Phil was throwing Chucky, and Phil's had it with Chucky. Chucky this, Chucky that, Chucky did it, Chucky did this. He's fucking tired of it. And I'll be sick of it too. I'll be like, fuck it, I had this shit. And because at one point Chucky tied Andy to the bed, and then he was trying to steal his soul. Didn't happen because Kyle came, snuck through the window, and Phil was like, you tied this kid up so he wouldn't tell on you. I'm like, and then she's laughing. It's like Kyle's face is priceless. She's like, me? Really? Come on, Phil. It's like, for real. For real. And then throws Chucky down the fucking stairs. Chucky checks. Oh no, I'm turning human. That was fast, to be honest. He turned human quickly. But the movie doesn't have time. It's rushing, so. And then after that, Chucky follows Andy to school. And by the way, there's a lot of kids on the bus that's wearing good guy t-shirts. They all wearing good guy t-shirts. Like the logo of the factory. Yeah, that. Literally that. Of little kids. You can even see in the foster house. When they have the fire alarm scene. It's just, that's a nice little Easter egg if you want to. I mean, I call it an Easter egg, even though it's not an Easter egg. It's not paying homage or anything. But I call it an Easter egg because you barely even see it, you know? I barely even saw it. I noticed it today. Duh. And I've been watching how many times this movie? A lot. But I'm pretty sure someone noticed it, so. But if not, there you go. There it is. Nice little fact, I guess. But, so Andy goes to school. Chucky follows him. And while Andy is outside during recess, Chucky is looking through his papers and fucks up he fucks up Andy's paper. And then when the teacher gets it, it's like, fuck you, bitch. And she's like, oh, okay. Alright. I'm like, I know you're a new kid, but you don't fuck with me. And then Andy just opens the cover to put, crayons or toys back. And then all of a sudden, Chucky's there. And he's like, fuck. And the teacher grabs him saying, you think this is funny? And then Andy's like, I didn't do that. And then it's like, really, who did? And then she sees Chucky, she's like, don't even think about it. Head down, and no toys and everything, throws Chucky in the fucking closet, locks it, head down, and then Andy, she leaves, locks the kid in the fucking classroom. Like, what? When did they do that back then? Because you can't do that nowadays. You definitely can't do that shit now. Fuck. Shit, the 90s. Ugh, they were hardcore, I'm telling you. But, especially back then, fuck. Then it's like Andy checks the door, and then just to see, I don't know why he would look at the door, and then Chucky's like, peekaboo, and Andy gets scared. He literally, like, shits bricks and leaves the fucking school. He's like, get me out of here, Andy. I promise I won't kill nobody else, okay? Now open the goddamn door. Let me out, you little dick! Love that. Get me the fuck out! Oh, just... Brad Dourif does... He does more... I feel like this performance that Brad Dourif has done, he has not done this type of performance in a Child's Play or a Chucky movie ever. He hasn't been like that maybe since Bride of Chucky. But he wasn't like, I mean, I know the first one. The first one's the first one. First one's nice. Second one was like, I mean, obviously it's the second one. The third one, he wasn't really like that. Chucky was more pissed off as a character, but I didn't felt like, I didn't felt that Brad Dourif was like, in part 1. I mean, part 2, you know? In part 2, it's like, I want this kid, you know? In part 3, it's like, yeah, I want that, but I have another solution as well, you know? So I really don't need him. I have this kid. Yes, I'm paying attention to him tomorrow, but I gotta look out for this guy too. So, so it's not, it's two things with Child's Play 3. But, I mean, Brad Dourif still does a good fucking job. Hands down. No one can do a better voice than Chucky than he does. Duh. But, Brad Dourif does great. I love it. And then the teacher comes, and it's like, Andy, I told you not to be, just get out of here, basically. Get out of the fucking closet, and then stops opening the door. And she opens it, and let me check the time real quick. She opens the closet and looks around, tries to look for Andy. Basketball hits her basketball hits her on top of, and looks around, tries to look for Andy. Basketball hits her basketball hits her on top of, basically bounces off her back because she's like looking like this, and she's like. Then she grabs the basketball. Was it a soccer ball? Or I don't know. I think it was a kickball. I'm thinking it's a kickball. But she puts it up, and then Chucky comes out of nowhere using the what is it? The to pump the like the soccer ball or something. He brings that, stabs the fucking teacher through the fucking chest. Whoosh, fucking holy pumps her basically. He's like sticks. Whoosh, flies, tables falling, chairs, crayons, everything's falling great. And then Chucky's walking, has a fucking 12, not even a 12-inch ruler, he just has a fucking ruler, just a long ruler. And he's like, you've been very naughty, Miss Kettlewell. And you just like, her face is like, and then Chucky's just moving, sneaking, bah, hits her repeatedly, and that's it. To me, I think she didn't die because, well, actually, yeah, she died. I mean, she got stabbed. She probably got a heart attack, but I don't know where Chucky stabbed her. He probably stabbed her in the heart. But yeah, she was going to die anyway, so that bitch died. But that was a cool kill scene. I think that's one of finest Chucky's work. Very good. You did very good, young man. Wait, what? Where the fuck did he went? Well, I guess I should just continue on anyways. What the fuck? He's probably somewhere. Maybe he's going to give me coffee. I don't know. But I was talking so much good about him, so I guess. But so after that, what the fuck? I'm a little creeped out now. But yeah. After that, Andy goes home, and when Andy goes home, basically Phil and Joanne don't believe him. Basically, he's like, oh, the teacher called me saying that he put profanity on his paper, and Phil's like, Chucky did it. And then it's like, alright, this is going to stop right now. Open the door. Open it. Open it! You know? I feel like Phil was back. Literally, I felt like at the last, when he said open it, when he said, screamed out, open, I felt like he was about to hit Andy. Like he was just about to, like, this kid needs a good ass whooping or something, you know? But, that didn't happen. I think thank God. To be honest. But it just felt that way. But he opened it, he's like, what do you see there? It's like, it's Chucky, but his name is Tommy. And he's been here all night. And he's been there all night, hasn't he? Hasn't he? And then that's it. And then it's like he's arguing with his wife. He's like saying, this kid needs professional help. And then after that, Kyle talks to Andy for a bit. And after that, Andy looks for Chucky because it's like, I'm tired of this. I'm going to the fucking basement. I'm going to get this guy. He gets a fucking knife. Not a knife. One of those electric knives. So he goes after Chucky, and then Chucky finds him. He doesn't find him. He goes on top of him right here. And he basically is like grabbing him. He's like, come on, Andy. Give it up. We'll be fucking acceptable. I'm like, oh, exactly. If you just give Andy, that's it. You guys will be together all the time, which Andy does not want. But Chucky doesn't give a fuck. But then after that, Phil checks downstairs, and well, before that, Andy almost got Chucky. He gets him right here with the knife, but he doesn't hurt him. I think he only takes a little bit of his hair out, but not even. So anyways, Chucky guns, and then Phil goes, he's like, what's going on? And he's like, whoa, put it down. And Andy's like, but I need it for... And then after that, Phil is going down the stairs. Chucky gets like a fishing hook, like a fish hook thing. I think it's like some type of a fish hook. I don't know. I know it's like kind of a spear or something. You know, that you throw on a shark, and then when he goes, you hold that shit. So, he uses that, and Phil turns over, grabs him. He's like literally like this, hanging for his life, and Chucky's holding him. I don't know how the fuck he's holding a human being. Well, he's becoming human, so strengthly. To be honest, I don't know. If I was Chucky, I would actually be worried about that. To be honest, I'm like, I'm getting strength. He's happy, but he's becoming human. So, anyways, but he's holding it, and he's like, how's it hanging, Phil? And he's like, oh my god, let's it go, and then breaks his neck. Oh, I fucking love that. How's it hanging, Phil? Dead. Joanne and Kyle comes, and they see Phil dead, and Kyle's like, I'll call 911, and Joanne's like, oh my god, please no, please no, please no. And after that, when she touches his neck, it's like, oh my god, please no. Andy steps back, get away from me, and thinking like, she thinks that he killed her. I mean, killed him, but that's bullshit. But then she packs her stuff, she packs Andy's stuff, saying that I should have listened to my husband. If I listened to him, he would have been here already. And then Kyra's like, don't blame yourself. I got this. You know, gives it to Andy and everything. And then Andy tells Kyra, you know, he's in the cellar. Make sure he doesn't get you. And he goes to the orphan home again. And so Kyra goes to the back, throws Chucky in the trash, and she's swinging on the swing, smoking a cigar. Well, cigarette. But, and all of a sudden, the good guy doll that Chucky killed earlier, she grabs it from the fucking ground and looks at it like, oh my god, looks at the trash, like, oh fuck, turns around, nothing's there, hears something upstairs, goes upstairs, he's like, what, Joanne, but she has a knife, so she's like, Joanne, and then she's dead, and it's like, oh my god, Chucky comes up from the sheets, kind of like Freddy Krueger style, and fucking tries to fucking mail her or something, you know, he just grabs her, tries to give her a hookie, and it's fucking hilarious, and then she hits him with the fucking lamp. Chucky grabs a knife, trips her, he fucking trips her. The way that they made or trip her, it was like, I mean, it was easy. All you had to do was have this Chucky doll. He probably was a puppet. You just go like that. So, anyways, that was funny. And then Chucky comes, he's like, bitch, you hurt me. And then they go in to get Andy. And then when they go into Andy, Chucky's like, so how long is it going to take for us to get to the kid? He's like, a few minutes. He's like, step on it. He's like, what's the rush? If I don't get out of this body soon, I'll be trapped in here. What are you looking at? Oh, God. Perfect. And then after that, cop comes, gives her a little ticket, tells her, you know, buck up for safety. And he's like, what the hell? Oh, you know, he mentions the good guy dog Chucky. He's like, oh, what's that? Oh, you seen dogs that pee? This one bleeds. And then they keep going. And then Chucky's just aggravated. He's like, step on it. You know? He's like, fine, I'm just going to get pulled over again. Just shut up and drive before I kick your fucking teeth in. It's like, shit. Chucky should have worn a seatbelt. And then Chucky comes up out of the car, fucking has the knife, goes like, what the fuck? Basically pissed off, and then rams him, basically. And Chucky is like, go, goddamn women drivers. The quotes in this movie are just over the top. over the top, over the top. And then she punches the brakes. Chucky flies, hits the fence, pulls back, tries to hit Chucky. Chucky moves, gets out of the car. He's like, playtime's over. And then they go to, then the fucking fire department come because they go into, because Kaya and Chucky, well, Kaya takes Chucky, well, yeah, Kaya takes Chucky to see Andy. And they put the fire alarm, and then the lady that works there, let's see, what is her name? I don't think I put her name there. Oh, Grace. So, so she comes down, basically the woman that is the head of the orphanage, and she's like, you pulled this, didn't you? And she's like, and Kaya was like, no, he did, basically Chucky. And she goes like, alright, goes in, she's like, is this a joke? Grabs Chucky, give me this. And Chucky just comes out, amazing, isn't it? She's like, what the fuck? And stabs her. He fucking stabs her. And then she throws Chucky, hits the fucking copy machine, and then papers are falling. And you see her face of death, and it's falling like papers are falling all over her, but pictures of her dead already. Fuck. Classic. Fucking awesome. Fucking awesome. And Kaya grabs Andy, and then Chucky shuts the door. Is like, we're gonna play if Chucky says. Chucky says, move your fucking ass. Well, he just like fucking, but still, that would have been nice. And then he's like, what? Snap out of it. You're acting like you've never seen a dead body before. It's like, yes, that's true. Even though, I mean, he's still a kid. He's traumatized anyways. He's even more traumatized. Fuck. But and then after that, Kaya goes after Chucky and Andy, and Chucky's trying to make sure that he goes to Andy's body. He's inside of a truck. And then he's like, say prayers, Andy. And, pull over! Pull over! He's like, God damn it! Fucking love it. Fucking love it. Then they go to the factory. The toy factory. And they're making all good guy dolls and everything. And this part was actually... This seemed... Good Guy Factory was originally supposed to be in the Child's Play 1 movie, but they scrapped it and they used it here, which is fine. I love this scene. I love the whole movie takes place, I mean, not the whole movie, but sometimes I wish the whole movie took place there. It was just, it felt creepy, the atmosphere and everything. And then Chucky doing his chant, awesome. And then Kaya finds Andy and all that crap. It's just terrific. That factory scene is just awesome. And it's so cool. Chucky is like, he does the chant, doesn't fucking work, because he's bleeding now to death. Oh, well, not to death, he's just bleeding a lot through his nose. And he's like, fuck, you little shit, you know what you done? It's too late. I spent too much time in this body. I'm fucking chopped in here. Boxes fall, what the hell? He comes out of a fucking whole bunch of boxes on top of him, comes out of it, he's like, fuck. So pissed, he is so pissed. And he's going to kill Andy, and then his hand gets stuck, pulls that shit out, and pulls the fucking knife, and stick his knife in there, fucking taping. He's like, I hate kids. Hardcore, and awesome. And then it's like, here I am. And then Pat, fucking, what is it? Kaya hits Chucky with, kind of, I'm not a toolbox, kind of like a little, kind of like a thing to put your tools in. Anyways, she hits him with it, and then Chucky gets like staples on his fucking pants or whatever, and he's like, his eyes are fucking rolling like a fucking cartoon character. And then they push the machine back, and then the machine that makes the good guy dolls goes back. Chucky goes in it, and then they take the parts of the arms and legs and put it inside Chucky. He's like, you know, and then they thought they'd kill him, but nope, Chucky's still alive. He has no legs, and he's like, I'm going to get you now, Andy. I'm going to cut off your legs, too. Chucky goes through shit here, man. He can't catch a break. He cannot catch a break. And, and then Andy puts acid on Chucky, and Chucky melts. He fucking melts. And then, once you think he's dead, he's not. He's like, oh my, and Kaio's like, oh my God, what'd you do to him? Good job, Andy. You know, and then Chucky comes, and then she grabs this little tube that was just squirting around because Chucky cut it and puts it in Chucky's mouth. Eat this, you son of a bitch! And then his head gets big like a cartoon character. And then his head explodes. His head fucking explodes. And it's just awesome, just fucking awesome. And the ending is like, there was another ending where a part of Chucky's face drips down into the paint of making the good guys, and then it makes a new head of Chucky, and he smiles at the end. To me, that was originally, after that, Don Mancini literally said that it was supposed to be leading up to, not leading up, but if he wanted to make multiple Chuckies. And when I remember when I saw that ending on TV, I was just like, this can do so much. This right here can do so much. You have multiple Chuckies everywhere. You can't stop people. You have so many stories. You have so many storylines now. You do. You branched it out. It doesn't have to be Andy now. Now it could be a kid Tyler. It could be a kid Tyler. It could be a Sam. It could be it could be anybody. It could be anybody. It could be Alice. It could be anybody, and it was perfect. It was a good ending. Why they didn't keep it in this? Why they didn't put it in here? I don't fucking know why. That is one disappointment I have to say with this collection. It doesn't come with that bonus feature. You can only find it on the internet. And maybe they might show it on TV. And that's it. That is bullshit. We should have got that. We should have got that little scene. I know it's just one scene, guys, but it would have been nice. Come on, man. It would have been nice. But, anyways, this is the Skull Clown signing off. Join me on Facebook as The Skull Clown, and on Twitter as @The Skull Clown. Can't find the link will be in the description box. My main goal, he's trying to get 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year. If guys can do that, that'd be fucking awesome. And tell me what you guys think about this movie. Do you love it? Do you hate it? Do you think it's everything that I explained? Oh, man, maybe I went overhammer with it, but whatever. And I have to find my good guy doll. Where the fuck is he? Ah!
This is the Skull Clown signing off. Have a nice day.